Sunday night brought another intense chapter in the Lakers-Clippers rivalry, and once again, it was anything but smooth sailing for the purple and gold. While the Lakers managed to come away with a 108-102 victory, it was a game that could have been much more comfortable, if not for an avalanche of turnovers that nearly cost them the win. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Playing at home, the Lakers came out strong, imposing their pace early and quickly building an 11-point lead. The energy in the building was electric, with the fans rallying behind the team. However, the Clippers refused to back down, responding with a 7-0 run that completely changed the momentum. Just like that, what seemed like a dominant start turned into a tight contest. A major factor in the Lakers' struggles? LeBron James had an unusually rough night. By the end of the first quarter, he had already committed 4 turnovers, disrupting the team's rhythm and allowing the Clippers to capitalize on easy transition opportunities. On the other hand, Luka Doncic and Dalton Knecht were doing their best to carry the offensive load, combining for 20 of the team's 34 points in the opening period. The second quarter brought an unexpected scare for the Lakers. Luka Doncic, who had been orchestrating the offense beautifully, suddenly left the game and headed to the locker room, appearing to be in discomfort with his hip. His absence immediately gave the Clippers an opening, and they seized the moment, going on a run to tie the game. But just when it seemed like the Lakers might lose control, head coach J.J. Redick made a crucial defensive adjustment. He sent Jared Vanderbilt to guard Kawhi Leonard, who had been finding his spots with ease. The impact was immediate. Kawhi, who had been a consistent offensive threat, suddenly found himself struggling to get clean looks. With that change, the Clippers went ice cold. For the final 7 minutes before halftime, they couldn't buy a bucket. Despite the Lakers' continued turnover issues, by this point, they had more turnovers, 11, than missed shots, 9. They still managed to take advantage of the Clippers' dry spell. By the time the halftime buzzer sounded, the lead had stretched to 13 points, providing a much-needed cushion heading into the break. The third quarter began with high intensity, and this time, LeBron showed some signs of life. While his turnovers remained an issue, he started making better decisions with the ball and helped the Lakers slow down the Clippers' push with a quick 7-0 run. That run expanded the lead to 21 points, and it looked like the game might finally be under control. But the Clippers weren't going down without a fight. As the quarter progressed, their defensive intensity ramped up, and the Lakers once again found themselves struggling with ball security. Costly mistakes allowed the Clippers to chip away at the lead, and by the end of the third period, what was once a comfortable 21-point advantage had been slashed to just 12. The tension in the building grew as the fourth quarter got underway. The Clippers smelled blood and went all in on their comeback attempt. Kawhi Leonard led the charge, finding ways to attack the basket and knock down mid-range jumpers. The Lakers, meanwhile, continued to turn the ball over at an alarming rate, giving the Clippers extra possessions and making life unnecessarily difficult. With just a few minutes left in the game, the Clippers had cut the deficit to 5 points. The pressure was on, and it was clear that if the Lakers didn't tighten up, they were at serious risk of letting the game slip away. Just when the Lakers needed a stabilizing presence, Luka Doncic stepped up once again. After cooling off following his trip to the locker room, he rediscovered his rhythm in the closing minutes, hitting key shots and controlling the pace of the game. He finished with 29 points, proving once again why he's one of the best in the game. Even with Luka's heroics, the Clippers refused to go away. They continued to press until the very last seconds, forcing the Lakers into even more turnovers. It was a nail-biter until the final buzzer, but fortunately, the Lakers managed to hold on and secure the win. While a win is a win, this game highlighted a glaring problem that nearly cost the Lakers dearly: turnovers. The team finished with a staggering 16 turnovers, which led directly to 20 points for the Clippers. In a game that ended with just a 6-point margin, those mistakes were the difference between a comfortable win and a nerve-wracking battle. The most troubling part? The majority of those turnovers came from the team's 2 biggest stars, Luka Doncic and LeBron James. LeBron, in particular, had a night to forget in terms of ball security. He was responsible for half of the team's total turnovers, finishing with 8 giveaways. Luka wasn't far behind, adding 6 more. The only other player to commit a turnover was Jackson Hayes, who had 2. To make matters worse, LeBron's struggles extended beyond just his turnovers. His shot wasn't falling, and he ended the game shooting just 35.3% from the field. It was an uncharacteristically inefficient performance from the Lakers' veteran leader, who now sits just 1 point away from reaching the historic 50,000 career points mark, including playoff games. While the Lakers can take pride in their ability to grind out a tough win, they know that performances like this won't cut it in the long run. If they continue to be this careless with the basketball, they'll find themselves in trouble against stronger opponents. The good news: they have the talent to clean things up. Luka and LeBron are two of the best playmakers in the league, and they're more than capable of bouncing back from an off night. But if the Lakers want to solidify themselves as true contenders, they'll need to tighten their execution, especially when it comes to protecting the ball. For now, they can breathe a sigh of relief after surviving another tough battle against their city rivals. But with the playoffs looming, they know there's still plenty of work to be done. The Los Angeles Lakers' decision to draft guard Bronny James in the second round of the 2024 NBA Draft sparked a lot of discussion and debate. Some analysts and fans saw it as a reasonable gamble for a late second-round pick, especially given Bronny's potential and the opportunity to develop under the Lakers system. Others, however, criticized the move, arguing that James had not proven himself enough in college to warrant an NBA selection. They pointed to his limited impact at USC and questioned whether the Lakers were making the pick solely because of his father, LeBron James. But despite all the outside noise and the added pressure of being LeBron's son, Bronny has remained focused on his game. Instead of getting caught up in the media narratives or critics' opinions, he has put in the work, trying to refine his skills and adapt to the professional level. After a slow start to his rookie season, he has shown noticeable improvement in the G League, steadily developing his offensive and defensive game. Of course, while his progress in the G League has been encouraging, it hasn't fully translated to the NBA yet. When he has had the opportunity to play at the highest level, his numbers have been modest, and his role has remained limited. Still, the Lakers have expressed optimism about his development, believing that his work ethic and steady improvement could eventually lead to a meaningful role with the team. However, there are still many who remain skeptical. Critics argue that Bronny lacks elite athleticism and the kind of star power that usually defines future NBA All-Stars. They question whether he will ever be able to carve out a significant role in the league, let alone become a major contributor for a championship contending team like the Lakers. But one person who completely disagrees with the doubters is former Lakers forward and NBA champion Meta Santafor-Darteist. Known for his fearless personality and strong opinions, Santafor-Darteist recently took to social media to make a strikingly bold prediction about Bronny James' future. According to him, Bronny James will eventually become an NBA All-Star. Now, that's a huge statement, especially considering that, so far, Bronny has yet to make a real impact at the NBA level. While he has put up some solid numbers in the G League, those numbers don't necessarily indicate that he is on the path to becoming a future All-Star. This season, Bronny has averaged 17.6 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 4.5 assists per game in the G League. Certainly respectable numbers for a rookie adjusting to the professional game. However, his NBA numbers tell a different story. In the limited minutes he has seen with the Lakers, he has averaged just 1.4 points, 0.4 rebounds, and 0.5 assists per game. Right now, Bronny's role with the Lakers is minimal. He usually only sees the floor during garbage time, when the outcome of the game has already been decided. The Lakers have been shuffling him between the G League and the NBA as part of their long-term development plan, giving him opportunities to get consistent playing time and improve his game. The organization has been patient, understanding that he is still young and has plenty of room to grow. The reality is that becoming an NBA All-Star is an incredibly difficult achievement. The league is filled with elite talent, and even high-level contributors often struggle to earn an All-Star nod. To reach that level, Bronny would need to take major strides in multiple areas of his game, particularly in his scoring, playmaking, and defensive consistency. But at the same time, we have seen plenty of players defy expectations in the past. Some NBA stars were overlooked early in their careers, only to develop into key contributors and, in some cases, even All-Stars. If Bronny can continue to improve and take his game to the next level, it's not impossible that he could prove his doubters wrong. What remains to be seen is how his career will ultimately unfold. Will he become a reliable role player for the Lakers? Will he take an unexpected leap and emerge as a standout player in the league? Or will he struggle to find his place in the NBA long-term? One thing is for sure. If Bronny James does, in fact, reach All-Star status, the Lakers will have pulled off one of the biggest steals of the second round in recent history. The Los Angeles Lakers are making a strong push toward the playoffs this season, with LeBron James and Luka Doncic leading the charge. Ever since Doncic arrived in Los Angeles, the team has looked more competitive, showing flashes of dominance that have given fans renewed hope for a deep postseason run. With two generational talents running the offense, the Lakers have become a legitimate threat in the Western Conference. However, despite their improved play, there is still one glaring issue. Los Angeles is lacking a dominant presence in the frontcourt. The trade that sent Anthony Davis away left a massive hole in the team's lineup, especially in terms of rim protection, rebounding, and interior scoring. While the Lakers have managed to stay afloat without a true starting caliber center, it's clear that they will need to address this weakness if they want to be serious contenders. With the off-season approaching, the Lakers are expected to aggressively explore their options to strengthen the roster. Whether through free agency or a trade, landing a reliable big man will likely be a top priority for the front office. The team has experimented with different lineups, using smaller frontcourt combinations, but this strategy has had mixed results, particularly against teams with dominant centers. Recently, Zach Buckley of Bleacher Report identified potential targets for the Lakers, and one name that stands out is Brooklyn Nets center Nick Claxton. The 24-year-old could be exactly what this team needs, a defensive anchor with the ability to complement Doncic and James. According to Buckley, the Lakers might need to do some persuading to ensure Luka Doncic, who could hit free agency in 2026, commits to the franchise long-term. That recruitment process should begin this summer, as the team works to build a roster suited to his skill set. LA has a glaring need in the paint after the failed Mark Williams trade, and that must be addressed as soon as possible. The Lakers require a rim-running center who can anchor the defense, and both Claxton and, when healthy, Mitchell Robinson fit that mold. Claxton has already been linked to the Lakers multiple times, including before the trade deadline, and it wouldn't be surprising if the team revisits the possibility of acquiring him in the offseason. He brings exactly what Los Angeles needs: elite shot blocking, rebounding, and the ability to finish at the rim. Claxton has built a strong reputation as one of the league's better defensive centers, capable of switching onto perimeter players while still being a force inside. So far this season, Claxton has averaged 10.2 points, 7.4 rebounds, 2.0 assists, and 1.5 blocks per game. These numbers may not jump off the page, but his impact goes beyond the stat sheet. His ability to alter shots, run the floor, and provide a strong defensive presence in the paint would make him a perfect fit for the Lakers. In addition, playing alongside a passer like Doncic could elevate his game even further, as he would get plenty of easy scoring opportunities in the pick and roll. One major factor that makes Claxton even more appealing is his contract. His current deal is structured in a way that benefits the team, as his salary actually decreases each season. He is set to earn $25.3 million next season, followed by $23.1 million, and then $20.9 million before hitting free agency. That type of financial flexibility is extremely valuable for a franchise looking to maximize its championship window while still maintaining future cap space. If the Lakers can land a center with Claxton's skill set and contract structure, it would be a major win for the franchise. He would bring stability to the frontcourt, allowing the Lakers to balance their roster more effectively. Additionally, having a defensive-minded big would ease some of the pressure off Doncic and James, enabling them to focus more on their offensive production. However, acquiring Claxton won't be an easy task. The Brooklyn Nets are aware of his value, and they may not be willing to let him go without a significant return. The Lakers would likely have to offer a package that includes young players, draft picks, or other assets to make a deal happen. If Los Angeles is unable to secure Claxton, they will need to look at other options on the market. There are a few other centers who could fit their needs, such as Mitchell Robinson of the New York Knicks, or even a veteran big man who can provide leadership and experience. The key for the Lakers will be finding a player who can complement their current roster while also fitting within their financial plans. The Lakers have shown that they are willing to make bold moves to improve the team, and this offseason will be no different. With Doncic and James as the core pieces, the front office will be focused on surrounding them with the right supporting cast. Adding a reliable center would be a crucial step toward making the Lakers a more complete and balanced team. While nothing is guaranteed, one thing is clear: the Lakers will be making front-court reinforcements a major priority this summer. Whether it's Claxton or another big man, the team understands that improving this position could be the key to unlocking their full potential. Fans will be eagerly watching to see how the Lakers approach this offseason, as any move they make could have a significant impact on their championship aspirations.